What's up YouTube? It's your boy Relevant, multi-platinum music producer and music business coach. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how you can fund your music business and your music career so that you have the capital and resources to invest in yourself the way that you need to, so that you can actually build that fan base, build that audience, build that brand awareness, monetize that content, and actually start generating income from your music and from your content. All right, so if that's you and you're ready for the video, then stay tuned.
Beauty is irrelevant.
What's going on, guys? Jarrell King here, aka Relevant, multi-platinum music producer and music business coach. This video was going to be specifically for you artists, you music producers, you songwriters who are looking to build your brand as an artist and as a business, but you don't necessarily have the resources, specifically the funding or the money to be able to invest in yourself, to be able to buy certain things like equipment, education, studio time, marketing, running ads, paid advertisement, staff, anything like that. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. This channel is for people looking to turn their passion for making music into an income generating business that they can scale to whatever life that they want to live for themselves. And if that's what you're here for, then you're in the right place. So again, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so that you know when I post new videos. So what typically happens for most musicians is they are waiting for somebody else to come along and fund them. So usually in those situations, an artist will sign to a record label, or if they're a songwriter or a music producer, to a publishing company, and those companies would give them an advance, and then eventually they would also take a percentage of the royalties earned from all the income that that song would generate. In this situation, my whole thing and what my message is for you guys is to show you how to be an independent artist that's running a business. So it's not necessarily geared towards looking to get an investor or to get a record deal. This can set you up to get a record deal if that's what you want. And this is why I say you can scale your dreams to whatever you want it to be. But for the most part, my whole message for you guys here on this channel is to help big up the independent musician, the independent creative who wants to be able to run a business that's built off of them being creative and to be able to monetize that business based off of the creative content that that artist is able to put together, rather that be music, videos, NFTs, merch, physical merch, digital merch, shows, parties, subscription-based things, streaming, whatever it is. My goal and my job here is to help you guys learn what it takes to be able to not only enter into the music industry, but be able to do it on your own so that you're self-sufficient. You're not relying on something like a record label. You remain in ownership of your own business, and then you're able to live the life that you want based off of you being in control of your content and your business, right? If you want to be able to sign to a major, that can be done also, and I'm pro that, as long as that's what you want and what you're getting out of that situation works for you. And that's a different conversation, but we'll get you there. But first, my main priority is just to get you guys in a position to be able to start generating income from your music business, from your passion for making music or creating, writing, singing, whatever it is, right? I want you guys to do that first, because that's going to give you the leverage that you need to be able to scale it to whatever you want to scale it to. All right, so when it comes to being a musician, one of the biggest things that I've heard artists like get twisted is they don't want to have to handle the business side. They're like, oh, I don't know anything about the business side. So before we even address getting into just like the business side, it's not about business. It's about understanding your finances. If you're going to be an artist and you're going to be running a business and you're going to be generating income from your songs and from your merch and your content, that income that you're generating, you got to know how to manage that, and you got to know how to duplicate that process and then scale it so that it's going from X amount to even a bigger amount. You want 10 times that amount, right? Without doing 10 times the amount of work. So it all starts with how you run your life as an adult and just as a responsible person. And when you think responsibility and when you talk about running your life, it starts with your personal finances. That's the first place that you have to start when it comes to actually really building a successful business for yourself. If your personal finances aren't in order, then your business finances aren't going to be in order either. You literally have to run your life like you run a business financially, tracking everything that's going in and everything that's going out. And when it comes to business and your personal finances, your credit is such a vital piece to that puzzle. You have to have good credit because good credit will actually give you more leverage to be able to have access to more capital so that you can actually invest more into your business without using your own cash, leveraging the bank's cash and capital, and then turning around and generating income from that, allowing you to pay off what you borrowed and still take a profit. So that is where this video is going to go today. Again, this is like a quick overview, but it's going to be a 10-minute masterclass on personal credit and how you can use credit to build your business as a musician. So the first thing that you need to know, if you don't know anything about credit, your credit is basically your grade in the country based off of like your credibility and your responsibility. So credit is attached to your social security number, and if you were to go apply for a bank loan, whether it be for a car or for a house, if you're gonna buy a house, or when you're gonna move into a new apartment, or any time that you're gonna buy something and you're not gonna pay for that, whatever item that is that you're buying in full, and you're gonna make payments on it, usually they're gonna look at your credit to be able to determine how well you've been in the past with making payments to other people. So that's your debt. So when it comes to credit, you have something called a FICO score, and that score is, again, monitored by the government to be able to determine your credibility and responsibility. And when it comes to paying back people that you borrowed money from or had some type of loan with or history with, where you agreed to make payments to them over time. So that's credit in a nutshell. Again, we can go into more details about all of this. If you guys leave questions below in the comment section, I'll make specific videos about it to answer any questions. So if you don't know what your credit score is, one of the easiest resources that I can recommend is Credit Karma. So it's a free resource that you can get on and sign up and use, and they'll monitor your credit on a daily and monthly basis. You can do your taxes on Credit Karma. You can look up credit cards, you can look at loans, you can refinance out of loans, you can look at saving programs. You can open different accounts. It's a bunch of stuff on here. I'm not getting paid for this or anything like that. I actually use Credit Karma myself. This is the first website that I used to help me start monitoring my credit, and I still use it currently with a few others that I pay for, but this was a free resource that I wanted to share with you guys so that you can at least get started with checking on your credit and seeing where you stand currently. This is Forbes.com. We have FICO credit score ranges. So the range for your credit score ranges from 300 to 850. 300 to 580 is relatively poor, as you can see down here. 580 to 670 is fair. Good is 670 to 740. Very good, 740 to 800. And exceptional is 800 to 850. So that's your credit range in regards to what your score can be. If you don't have credit at all, then you can actually just have zero, like you have no credit, and then you'd have to build it. So this video, I'm specifically going to start from just people who don't have any credit. If you have credit but your credit score is low, or you have things on your credit that have impacted your credit score to make it be lower than you want it to be, and you're trying to rebuild your credit and you're in credit repair, then I'll make separate videos on that if that's something that you guys want. Again, leave comments below if that's what you want, and I'll talk to you more about how to actually improve your credit score. But this is for someone who just is completely starting from the beginning, who's starting a business, haven't used their credit, and they're looking to use it to be able to generate income, or have resources to invest in themselves to be able to generate more income. We're going to jump into bankrate.com. This is another website that I use and I recommend if you are looking to monitor your personal finances. This is specifically the credit card page. So if you have no credit or bad credit, then I'm going to go ahead and just come over here to this window, this tab, and I'm going to click on bad credit. And it's going to list all the options that are best for someone with bad credit or probably want to establish credit. Now, the reason I bring this up is because the number one card that I would recommend is called a secured card. So example here, Open Sky Secured Visa credit card. What a secured card is it's a credit card that has a secured amount funded to the card, so that it's not the bank putting up their money, it's actually the credit card owner putting up their own money as collateral for that credit card to be active and to be used. So what I mean by that is, It's usually when you get a credit card, it's the bank giving you a card with a certain amount of credit available for you to use that you are responsible for paying back over time, and then they give you an interest rate that matches that credit card, so that if you do have a balance, then that amount of interest is going to be charged to your account for as long as there's a balance on the account. When you make a secured card, the bank isn't giving you any money up front because you're new. So they don't trust you. You're more of a liability, and you might risk not paying them back the money that they're giving you. So you have to prove to them that you're trustworthy, and by doing that, you put up your own capital as collateral to open the credit card. And depending on what bank you use, I've seen that amount be as low as $250. But let's say that you have $500 and you go into a bank and you say, I'd like to open a secured credit card. Then they're going to give you a credit card that has the credit spending limit amount of $500 that you created, backed by the cash that you actually gave them to make that credit card. And as you use that credit card with that $500 limit, as you prove to the bank over time that you can responsibly manage paying that balance, keeping your balance in your usage low, meaning keeping a certain percentage of that limit only in use. What they like to recommend is 20 to 30%. So you shouldn't really be having any spending over 20 to 30% of the max limit on that credit card. That's just recommended by a lot of like personal finance people. I'm not a professional finance guy, so I'm not giving you guys any legal or investment advice or anything like that. I'm just giving you guys some rule of thumbs, some basic one-on-one on what people say when it comes to using credit cards to keep your score high and to not be penalized and have late fees and those kind of things. But again, you're putting up that $500 as collateral, and after a while the bank will see that you are responsible and they will give you back your $500, and then they'll actually make that unsecured credit card with a line of credit, usually more than whatever it was that you opened it up as. So if you did $500, then they might open it up to $1,500 of unsecured credit, and now your credit limit has increased, and usually that's going to make your score go up as well. So that's what a secured credit card can do. You can go to your local bank now and open up one. More than likely they have one. If not, then you could also use this website here and pick one that fits for you, and that's how you can get started. Now you can turn around and go and invest into whatever it is that you want to invest into. So for example, let's say now you have a $1,500 credit limit and you are looking to increase or improve the quality of your vocals, and you want to get a new microphone. Now you can do something like, let's see, we'll go to Sweetwater. You can go to sweetwater.com and say you want to get a new microphone. Let's type in let's see if they have a Neumann. Let's do like a 103. You want to get a Neumann 103? Now you have $1,500 in credit. It's beyond of course, it's definitely beyond the 20 and 30% mark, but you now are in a position to either use your credit card, or because you've improved your credit score, let's say you didn't have a score at all at the time, and now that you've got this credit card active and it's reporting to your credit report, now let's say you have a 700 credit score. Now you can actually use a website that allows people to buy things with credit, Sweetwater being one of them, and you can finance buying your equipment. So now not only did you still not have to use your own cash, you don't even have to pay for it in full, and you can now start utilizing an asset. This $1,200 microphone is going to make your vocals better and your songs better, and now improve the quality of your content, so that as your songs start generating royalties, over time you're going to make enough money from those royalties where it pays for this mic in full anyway. So now, and you didn't have to pay for it out of pocket, you actually just leveraged your credit that puts you in position to use somebody else's money to create the product, but then sell the product at a profit and pay off the debt. That's how we are moving when you're using credit to fund your music business and your music career. But this only works when you spend it on something, when you invest in something that's going to allow you to generate income when you use it, whether it be information, education, or selling some kind of merch, and then be in position to generate a profit and pay off the debt so that you can continuously keep using the debt to generate more profit. And again, that's how we're going to scale that business from wherever it is at that point to 5, 10 times, 100 times while doing the same amount of work. So there you have it. That's just a short example, guys, of how you can go about using credit to fund your music career. This could have been used for running ads. This could have been used for coaching. This could have been used for features. I can go more into detail about, again, picking the right cards, how to know what your credit score is, how to track your credit, the bureaus when it comes to who's reporting your credit, debt, whatever you guys want to talk about. Again, it all starts with your personal finances. If you want to be a successful business person, especially in the music industry, then it starts with being successful in your own personal life. So that's what I wanted to show you guys just real quick. Again, for those who want to be able to find access to more money so that they can invest more into their music business and get faster results, whether it be running ads to get more views on your YouTube videos, or to sell merch if you're selling shirts or whatever it is that you want to sell, ticket sales to your live shows, streaming, buying features, whatever it is, buying coaching or courses that's going to help you become better at what it is that you're trying to do as a musician. Whatever it takes, most of the time it's going to come down to you needing more funds to invest into that business to scale it faster. And the number one way that you can do that is by doing it yourself instead of waiting on somebody else like a record label or an investor, and you being your own investor by leveraging your credit. But again, for you to be successful in business, it's definitely going to start with you being successful at managing your personal finances. So you want to make sure that you have your credit in order and your finances in order so that you can responsibly use that to set you up for the next steps. It's all about leverage, guys. That's what it's all about when it comes to being successful in business and in life, guys. So with that being said, I hope you guys found value with this video. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with a friend. If you have any questions about credit, again, credit repair, how to go about building your credit, trade lines, late fees, removing stuff from your credit history or anything like that, just leave a comment below. And again, I'll make a specific video about that to help you guys do that, because this is going to be the way that you fund your career. You can do this. Is just one video. I can make a whole lot more videos on ways to get way more credit. That's just one way of getting a secured credit card. We haven't even gotten into business credit. We haven't even gotten into no interest, 0% interest for 16, 18 months. We haven't gotten into lines of credit. We haven't talked about any of those things. This is just one small way for you to get started, all right? So again, I appreciate you guys for being here. We'll be back soon with another video. You guys keep making great music. I'll talk to you soon. It's your boy Relevant, multi-platinum music producer, music business coach, and we are out of here. Peace out.